This is the Violent Professional Podcast.
Guess who's back? Back again.
I forgot the words.
I don't know. That's all I know. I'm back.
It's the only words.
Back in Washington.
Mike's
bro.
back.
Yeah, we're doing podcasts
Hi,
now.
Mike.
Hello, everybody that's watching. Hello, everybody that's listening. It's been a minute. I understand everybody's upset. I heard all about it. You know, but as I've said before, quality over quantity. Quantity, yes. But apparently neither of those are important in this podcast. What have you been doing, man?
Crying to myself since you weren't here.
Really?
No, I've been doing work on the house, you know.
Cool.
Working
Any water
hard.
explosions?
No water explosions.
Didn't you have
Thank
something
God,
else that happened?
Dude. My fence blew down in a storm.
Fucking
Again.
fences.
So I got a new
that
fence.
pit bull get out and start mauling? Shit.
No, they got rid of their dog.
Good.
Yeah, so it's not. I mean, it's not good when people get rid of dogs.
You saw
but
two raccoons
They didn't
fuck.
Yes, I did see two raccoons just a fucking in a tree.
Talk about that. People are interested about raccoons fucking.
They have to be. It's an interesting concept. So we're getting a new fence, and the dudes that are building the fence. Yes, I didn't build my own fucking fence. And man doesn't have to build his
You
fence.
do other shit though.
Yeah. So dudes are working on the fence, and I go out there, and you know, Kristen's out there, and we're talking to the dude, and he's telling us about something about the fence, and we hear this screeching going on. So Kristen's like, "Yeah, there's some raccoons up there just getting it on." I'm like, "What?" So hold on, stop talking.
Now, did she look at it, or she heard them getting it on? She just was like, "Yeah."
She had seen it before I did. She was already outside.
I've seen them scream in each other's mouths.
So she was up. She wasn't up in the tree. She was over.
She was up there. She's like, "Look,
she was
they're
outside talking to the dude already." So I go outside, and that's when I heard the screeching. And she's like, "Yeah, there's some raccoons over there getting it on." So she had to already go and look, like anybody would do. You know, you hear some screeching like that, you're gonna check out what's going on in that tree. I walk over and I look up, and there's two raccoons just
You know, for me, it's
fucking.
different because I constantly hear screaming inside of my head to where it doesn't faze me when I hear screaming in the woods randomly.
Yeah, this is some loud screeches though.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
So let's talk about the girthy size of this raccoon.
Well, I didn't see the girthy size of the raccoon cock, but I saw the girthy size of the raccoon.
What are we fucking talking about now?
Raccoon cock. So up in this tree, there's two raccoons on a branch. It's pretty fucking high up. It's like an oak tree or something. Anyways, they're just plugging away, and they look back.
They're plugging away.
They're just looking back over their tails like somebody's watching us.
They're saying,
the top one's
look
just
back at it.
Just still hitting it. And then I didn't realize this, but like 10 seconds later, I looked to the left a little bit and up higher in the tree, and there's another raccoon on anher branch just fucking watching him.
Just staring at him.
He's just staring.
It's fucking meat gazing.
Just fucking get it. You know?
Now, would that be the position that they were taking, would that be doggy style?
It's raccoon style.
Coon style. Okay.
Because they got to go a little bit to the side to get underneath that
They got
tail.
that fucking tail,
A
dude.
dog can go
so it's
straight
like
up, straight up on the back.
kinda
so the
slanted.
Raccoons
Well,
got to
the
go from the
dogs have-
side and like just.
Dogs have a tail too.
Yeah, but dogs' tails are smaller and.
Some dogs
I don't
curl
know.
up and their buttholes are always
There you go.
constantly showing. Yeah.
That's it right there. Raccoons don't
Coon
have
style.
Coons don't have spiral tails. All
Do
right?
they hold each other's tails? Like, do the tails interlock? Kind of like
That'd be funny
that
if
movie
they, like-
Avatar?
What if they grab the tail with their little raccoon hands and just started
Yeah.
railing?
You look,
Oh.
dude, you look up at the thing, the raccoon's screaming in the other one's face, and at you while he's looking down. He's got one like that and a leg, and he's just like,
He takes the
fucking
raccoon tail,
railing that
puts
shit.
it around his neck, he's just choking himself.
He's
just-
just fucking asphyxiation. That's coon
Raccoon
style,
is-
dude.
Yes, that's coon style. I like it.
That would be
I
a
don't
t-shirt.
do it.
That would be a t-shirt, but I feel like that might be a bad t-shirt if it was coon style. I don't know if it's
No, we would. Yeah, you couldn't put coon style.
we'll,
Call it coon style.
I'll make like a thing where it's like the Gangnam style thing, and he's like this.
We'll call it bandit style.
Bandit. Nah, I don't know.
Bandits, right?
Yeah. It'll be something, but that's hilarious. Just choking him fucking self out. Like. Then the next week you go out there and he's doing it to himself. He's got his like fucking hands and he's just like with his own tail.
This other one's still watching, just in another tree. Oh yeah.
That one's just affixed up there. He's
Fucking
just like, this is
raccoon
my
porn.
home. I love all of this action. That's funny, dude.
Yeah.
Coon style.
that same day, I went into the backyard. I was pulling some old fence posts out along a different fence line. And there's this huge deer sitting in the yard next to me. And at first I looked up like, well, they got a fucking fake deer laying in their yard.
Yeah.
Nope, that thing stood up. It was fucking tall, and it reminded me of that weird-ass dream I had.
Any deer you see now is going to be...
Yeah, and this, I mean, it was like 10 feet from me, so I'm like, oh, fuck.
You know, like, I doubt...
I don't have a weapon.
I doubt many deers around the cities around here. I doubt they have that velvet that they scrape off and shit, but imagine if you saw that, like, just running down, you'd be like, ah!
I'd grab something and start swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That looks horrible. It looks like their heads exploded when they're, like, scraping that shit off.
Fucking blood and just shit hanging off. Oh, looks like they gored another fight.
Animals are weird.
They are.
Oh, that raccoon style, bro. Speaking of animals, Dogecoin.
Good old Doge. Dogecoin.
You have
man.
Dogecoin now, right?
I have a little bit of Dogecoin. 492 shares, which isn't much. It's not much. It's pocket change.
Yeah, but if it goes up
not
to
real pocket
you have 400 now?
490. Something like that.
If it goes up, which I don't know if it ever will. It was super hopeful.
If it goes to the moon like all these Doge.
For anybody that's been living
will.
in a fucking cave, the stock market was crazy for a while with GameStop as the
GME,
a super worthwhile company. GameStop was stock exploded because of Reddit and everybody's freaking out.
Yep.
Billionaires are losing money, but then the next they're screaming at how like, oh, this is so reckless and like we need to regulate this now, you know, as opposed to before. And then the next day they did the same fucking shit and they made all their billions of dollars later.
Yep. That's what they do.
You know?
Hedge funds.
There's so much to the stock market that I don't even know. Like I didn't even know you could borrow shares from people. It's just because I'm ignorant to the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
I do very
only if you're a broker.
So is that how it works?
You got to be a broker. You have to have a brokerage or a hedge
I was saying there's got to be a different like the stuff that we could do with like Robinhood or whatever. Like it's got to be different for people that actually go to college, get their fucking whatever business degrees, and then move on to fucking Wall Street, get their broker's license.
Yep. Well,
so there's got to be different fucking things.
They're the ones that create the programs where they don't even have to hire people to work for them. They just have a program that buys and sells at this point and this point. You know, a robot is doing it for them now. It's
yeah, because I never thought like if I'm using Robinhood and I drop like $1 million on say a company and then I like have a bunch of shares or whatever the fuck it is, you know what I mean? Like if I had the ability to just go here's $1 million and fucking get a bunch of shares or whatever, I don't think that would be at the board meetings. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel real. Like I constantly say it feels fake as shit because like I've done trading before and I've gotten documents from the fucking companies and whatnot. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm not a fucking.
You gotta fucking put your reading glasses on and wear a suit when you get.
Put my monocle.
Hold on, I can't open this yet. I gotta put my suit on.
Fucking vest, monocle, and a fucking.
Gotta sit down in a nice environment and start, you know. Yeah. In your study.
Some classical music playing.
Yeah, and then read it.
The screaming sounds of Coon style going off in the background.
Turn off your Coon style video.
Yeah. Just Chromecast it, dude. That's fucking epic, dude. There's always these little gems that pop out of these fucking episodes like that. Like, yeah. So like it never feels like a real fucking thing. Like this whole Dogecoin. Like I'm not gonna say how I got a shit ton of Dogecoin, right? And we.
But you bought it as a joke.
So the whole crypto thing is a fucking joke.
Yeah.
To begin with. And then it just kept going. Like you even look at the story of the guy that created it. He sold his shit for like a Honda Accord or something like that. When it was when we bought it.
Yeah.
We bought it in
myself. He's like, sweet, somebody bought this many shares. I'm gonna go buy a Honda Accord.
Myself and one of the OG 7, blessed be the 7, blessed be Jeremy. We bought that shit like a fucking ton of them in 2019 when it was like 4 zeros and a fucking 1. Yeah, dude. It's like this. So we bought it because we saw with like, you can't day trade through Robinhood, but like we saw it as an opportunity. Like after a week, if it goes up like a fraction of a cent, we've made like $400 or whatever.
Yeah.
Never ever fucking expected that it would be what it did the other day. And I like woke up and I was like, got a bunch of messages from people that all have it, and they're like, look at the fucking stocks. And I was like, holy shit! And I was like, if this keeps going, because it just showed that it was shooting up. I was like, I was like, if this keeps going, I'm fucking saying fuck everything, and I'm gonna buy a paraglider
Buying
and sail away.
6 Honda Accords.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell it all for a bunch of Honda Accords. No, but my idea is if I become a millionaire off this shit, or a billionaire, or any of those fucking heirs, thousandaire, like, you know, specifically if like one day I wake up and I'm like a billionaire on there, I've got to sell it. And then half of it now is going to go to fucking
taxes,
capital gains tax. People aren't thinking about that right now. That's the fucking tough part. Like, you can scream and cry about administrations all you want, but capital gains are a motherfucker right now. So it's a shit ton of money, and you basically cut yourself in half. And so that, I think a lot of people, like, I got a buddy that I just saw in Arizona on my last trip, and he sold some stocks and didn't think about it. Didn't take the money out. He didn't take the money out because he's gone from like a $5,000 investment to now he has over $100,000 in there, and that's just him putting that in and just doing smart trades. And he does a lot of day trading too, but it's possible. But to make those huge gains, you got to have millions of dollars in there and do it like for 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to take you some time to get up to that point where he's at, as opposed to those people that drop millions of bucks and then the next day it pops up and they double their money.
So he's been doing it for a few years, and then he's got up to that. So it's like if he takes it out, great. But his problem and his predicament is that if he takes it out, capital gains tax hits the minute you fucking sell that shit.
Yep.
So he's up all this money, but he can't fucking sell it, and he wants to because he wants to buy this other stock. But if he sells it, it doesn't matter. Capital gains tax, that's what you get immediately.
Yep.
So it's just right off the top. And
so
for him,
they don't take that out. Wouldn't it be like during tax season that it would take out? Or would it just cut the money right there depending on
No, they don't cut it. It's like, let's say you sell your tax and it's still in your fucking brokerage account, right?
Yeah.
That's taxed immediately. So like that is documented on your shit that you made a capital gains, and it will get on the next tax, like your next tax cycle. So like if it's 2020, you'll owe in 2021 for your $60,000 where you sold that stock, but it's still in your brokerage account. You know what I mean? So like you would have, and essentially it's like, even if you reinvest that shit, that's not a loss until you fucking sell it.
Or you actually lose it.
So he essentially, to pay this tax bill, he either has to come up with the money himself or pull all of the money out, but he doesn't want to because whatever. I mean, the dude has like a fucking huge loss too, which if he's not selling that, he would have to sell it, and then that could kind of counteract. But here's the deal with it. You only get to claim $3,000 on your taxes. Like, even if you lose $100,000, they'll tax you to oblivion. If you make like fucking millions of dollars, they'll just go, give me half. But if you lose like the same amount, like $3,000, that's all you get. How does that fucking work?
I don't know. Fucking
all taxation is theft. That's why.
All taxation is fucking theft.
Sorry for your loss, but still give us the millions of fucking dollars. And I'm not a tax expert, so don't fucking listen to me. Like,
nobody's a tax expert except the people that make the fucking taxes.
Except tax experts.
Fuck them.
So yeah, like, it's one of those things. Like, I'm riding this Dogecoin shit, and there was a point where I was like, I'm up a shit ton of money. I should just sell it. But what if it fucking goes further? And I sold it, and now I'm just like a thousandaire,
like, all that guy has is a Honda Accord.
Yeah. Now I've got a Honda CRV. Fuck. So, like, I made a deal with Jeremy that if one of us fucks up real bad and we sell it, and then the other one, this is like the stipulation, because we went in this together. If one of us sells early and we just go fucking broke, or we lose our ass or whatever, like, it's hard to lose our ass when we only did like $400 investment. Now it's like, I'm like looking at it like, holy fuck, still, even though it's down. But if one of us loses our ass, we're going to give the other one $1 million. But then I also said, like,
if it gets that high.
Yeah, I also said, like, if I become a multi-millionaire off this, I'm going to give all the people I like $1 million. So
in half. You got to cut them in half.
Yeah. So there's got to, like, I want to be more of a millionaire, so I'm not going to give you half of that shit. And then some people that have fucked with me about stocks in the past will not be getting anything.
Not getting anything.
Get you a giant dildo you can sit on when you're throne of lies.
You can sell them shares. You can buy one share.
Trade me that Bitcoin, bro. Dogecoin, dude. It's fucking. It's exciting, but I think it's just this never-ending rat race.
It's so volatile, is what it is.
Yeah, I've watched it do this same. I'm playing with stuff now. I've watched it do the same fucking thing. You know, it kind of levels out. It does these hills. So if you look at the trends of it, it's doing this step thing, and it's kind of still settling out right there. Although right now it's on the downslide. But
it tends to happen every week. By the end of the week, it starts going down, and then the new week pops right back up. Yeah. And what's cool about the cryptocurrency stuff is it's constant. It's going through the weekend, after hours, all that stuff. Whereas most of those stocks are deadlining, and then it either drops or fucking climbs the next day. I've
got another app, Coinbase, and that's just strictly with crypto. It doesn't do all of them, but there's like some other shit that I've invested in. I made some money off of that, but you know, it's I want the Dogecoin to just fucking blow up. That would be dope. Yeah. And I don't know what my sell point is.
Like, and it's so funny because it's not it's not real money. It's not. People are just buying into it.
Like, I don't own that shit.
No, there's nothing tangible out of it. You just,
the other thing, the Coinbase
it's an
one,
idea.
You fucking own it. Think. I think it's different for people that like mine the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or maybe it isn't. I don't know. It's like fucking, it's wizardry.
Programs that just put, like they're actually out there just fucking mining.
Yeah. So like there's a bunch of YouTube videos like explaining what each currency is because they're all different and they're all like computer programs and shit. And I'm just like, I'm trying to listen to it.
Fucking Matrix, dude.
There's this one dude that has this fucking, it'd be great if it was just credits, right? There's this one dude that does the same thing. He has the same intro, and he does these videos that are 3 minutes and explains what each one is. And he reads a script on each one. He goes, Dogecoin is this. And he just fucking says it. It's the same tone of voice for every single one. He's wearing the same shirt. He's in the same background, and he's just very like...
Probably made them all on the same day.
Yeah. He's like, Dogecoin started off as an internet meme. It was a joke. But, he says like... For no reason whatsoever, it just exploded the other day. And he explains like I got Stellar Lumens is one of the ones, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And it's like,
did you actually buy it?
Yeah, but I made money off of it.
That's awesome.
I bought it because I was looking at all of them, and I'm trying to get into crypto because I feel like money eventually will go away.
I mean, it's already
you've got a credit card
valueless right now. I mean,
for like open border shit, which they're trying to push real hard. If that goes, it'll be crypto. You know what I mean? Like an international currency. They've been talking about it for years.
Yeah.
You know, look at how like the democratic process works and what they try to do all the time. And so it feels like there's gonna be crypto, and eventually like fucking euros and dollar bills and ruples and fucking rubies and whatever the fuck else, croissants. Like how you pay for fucking
pull bread out of your fucking wallet.
You know what I mean? Because it is kind of weird. Like every country or area has currency.
Yeah,
it's like you got to go exchange it anyway.
Yep.
So, and I'm not big on finance or whatever. Like I'm not into economics. You know, I'm you know.
It's crazy how like gold and silver, right? Precious metals is internationally known. And you can create a currency off of that. People will buy
same value, right?
You know, it should. So here's the thing, though: gold and silver are dependent on the market.
Okay.
So if the price of gold fucking drops, your gold's not worth much.
Yeah.
Which is insane to me because it's a precious metal and people want it. Just because the market drops doesn't mean that it should be worth any less. You know, it does. I just don't understand that part. But
everything is a perceived value.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like this.
So why
weird fucking strawberry kiss bang that you got? Are you gonna drink that?
No, this is for you, dude.
I'll
Delish
smash that one too.
Kiss.
I'll get real amped.
Fucking amp up, bro. This is Valentine's Day drink right here.
They've gone too far. There are a million flavors. You know, there's a thing in sales where it's and I can't remember exactly what it's called.
Oversaturate the market with it.
No, it's where like when I was, you know, like with my other shit selling stuff, it's like you don't want to have 500 colors on one thing.
Yep.
You want to have max 3, right?
Yeah.
Because people they look at it and they'll go like, "Holy fuck, there's so much to choose from," and then they just go fuck it, and then they get out of there. It's like I can't remember. It's something overwhelming whatever that thing. Maybe if you're if you're listening and fucking type in the comments.
Sensory overload, man.
Yeah, so like that, it's kind of like Bang now. It's like they have a million flavors of this shit.
I went to the case. I'm looking through. I'm like, fuck, which one does he want? And I just grabbed one.
You can have a million fucking woody girls just dancing out there and pushing all this fucking these drugs that you want, but eventually you're like, I don't know which heroin to take. Like,
yeah, I don't know which one's the best now.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go get a different one because they've got 3 flavors and it's pretty standard. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know how we got on that. I saw that or something like that. We were talking about Dogecoin.
Gold and silver.
Yeah. Well, so everything is perceived value. It's like a company is worth something.
Yeah.
Stocks are bullshit. You're investing, you're giving money, and the stock price go up because you think that the thing
because you
is
have
worth
interest
like
in it being worth more than it is.
Yeah. Money is essentially pieces of paper. It's not worth more. It's not like a $5 bill isn't actually worth $5. It's like however much it took to make that shit. But even
Except
that
for back in the day when it was backed by gold.
Yeah, but even gold and silver are rocks from the fucking ground, and that's like, how much value is that? What if we get this cool kryptonite shit that comes to the fucking planet Earth? Is that gonna be more valuable?
Has to be.
It's more scarce. But people are weird with that. It's like, anyway. Yeah, so gold and silver. We're back.
Space coins, dude. Let's make one. Call it space coin.
You gotta. So what
How
I know
do you
about
fucking make one. How does that happen?
You gotta build a. Now somebody listening to this is gonna make space coins.
Fuck.
I'll show you. Let me pull it up right now. How many fucking different coins
Pull
there
that
are?
shit up, Mike.
You're like, what the? Because you think Bitcoin, Dogecoin, all these fucking shit.
I feel like there's 5.
There's a fucking million. They're all computer programs, and I still don't understand how that shit works.
That doesn't make any sense to me, dude. Oh, sorry, I'm not a nerd.
Hopefully, you didn't see my password. No, we're good.
No, you're good.
Let's go to fucking. I'm on Coinbase, and I'm just gonna go through fucking whatever.
Isn't there ones that they're like Urethrum or you know
Urethra,
Ethereum or whatever the fuck they call it?
Dude, what the? Like, look at this shit. Just scroll. You're fucking. That's the list that.
Oh, there's Ethereum right there. Fucking worth a lot of money.
Ethereum.
God damn it.
I have Ethereum.
Tether, Polkadot.
Tether. What the fuck is Tether?
Binance Coin, Litecoin.
Oh, they get worse. There's a lot of weird.
Chainlink, Stellar Lumens.
That's what I have. I got money on that, dude.
Stellar Lumens.
Ripple.
Wrapped Bitcoin. Is that different than regular Bitcoin?
So crypto splits. I'm not sure on like wrapped Bitcoin, but it's like Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. It happened because they're like a hacker or something got in there and they had to split it so that because they stole a bunch of money from people and so they had to split it so all the money came back, and however that works I don't know, but now they have Ethereum and Ethereum Classic.
Huobi token. God damn.
There's some good ones on there. Some
Elrond. That's from Lord of the Rings, dude.
Lord Elrond. It's a currency.
Give me some of that sushi swap, bro.
Is that sushi?
Sushi swap.
That's delicious coin. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go get a Mexico City roll after this.
Pancake swap. I want to get some sushi swap and some pancake swap. Oh,
pancakes. Man. They're good.
Fucking pancakes.
I try to have them every Saturday, man.
Hetera hash graph.
Hetero hash graph.
Thor chain.
Fuck yeah.
Give me some loop ring. That just. Man, I got some loop ring the other day.
I got a serious case of loop ring, bro.
Some Swissborg. Nice.
Swissborg sounds like some sort of sexual position when you're like got a fucking
Dude,
ball
I was doing
in your
the
mouth.
Swissborg on her the other day.
Fucking Swissborg. Horizon, Nano, Basic Attention Token. Oh my God, network. Look at that. Oh my God, network. But people are buying this shit. It's up 5% today.
That's fucking insane to me.
Yeah, so the ones I have, I got.
Like even Dogecoin, how it started, you know, as a meme, as something fake, and people buy into it just because. So it creates value out of nothing.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
There's nothing backing it, but it's worth a certain amount to people now.
It's nonsense.
Crazy.
But it makes you think about other shit.
Hey, you want to buy this air?
Yeah.
You know?
Air coin, dude.
Air coin.
Which coin were we going to come up with?
Space coin.
Space coin. I'm going to make a fucking thing over that.
We need to write some down and just see about creating coin.
Well, what I do know after, like, looking for this phone, It's in the recording. I'll listen to this and edit it. I'll hear it.
There you go.
I always edit the episode. I just do the thing where the 6 steps I have, and then I'll like upload it and listen to it as I'm driving around.
Well, you're gonna have to make some coon coin.
Oh, dude, I make all the coins.
All the coins.
They're like computer programs.
Yeah.
They're just fucking, and they do shit.
So why can't? I mean, I'm sure people do this, but just continuously make new fucking coins.
I think what it is like they're networks that you can buy shit on, and so they create their own currency within those computer programs that you use as the main thing, and you dump money into it. It's kind of like how kids play video games and they pay for like fucking Fortnite coins and shit.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like that, like Fortnite. That could be its own currency, and essentially it is because you're buying digital shit in there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The only difference is like they're not on a fucking a server somewhere where they're like you're able to buy it just like that.
Yeah. It's like your Microsoft coins and all that shit.
And I can see that, like, there are so many coins that it was, like, from what I knew, it was just Bitcoin initially that started all this. Those coins split, and they make their own fucking coins, their whatever. It's gobbledygook, goddammit.
It's insane.
So, yeah, we could make space coin, but we gotta make computer programs, and I ain't got time for that, bro.
Nope. Maybe somebody else does.
If like, give us, like, we gave you the idea. Make fucking coon coin, space coin, and what else? Air coin. Those are the 3 that will be in our fucking digital crypto wallets, and you just give us a fucking bunch of shares. I'll take 100,000 shares of that, please. Yeah. Just give us each 100,000 shares. Whoever's out there. That would be dope if somebody's listening could make crypto.
Hell yeah.
Just got to go up $1. It'll be good.
I like it.
So, yeah. Crypto. What else are you invested in, dude? Our friendship?
I have.
Are you invested in that?
Oh, totally. Brought you some bangs, dude.
You did.
Brought you a strawberry kiss bang.
That sends a different signal.
I have some shares of like cytosorbents and like some medical stuff.
What is that?
It's like medical based stuff for cleaning solutions and antibiotics. You know, weird shit like that. Just I was like, coronavirus, may as well dump some money into something that's gonna jump a little bit.
You mean you're pro-vaccine? You're not an anti-vaxxer?
No, not at all. This has nothing to do with vaccines. It's about the cleaning supplies for the hospitals and stuff. So they're using a lot of them right now.
Oh, antibacterial.
So it's
I'm
totally
has nothing to do with what I was.
Has nothing to do with the vac. They're not injecting that shit. So
the former president would say though. Yeah.
That's a joke. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I have that, and then I have some. What did I have? I don't know off the top of my head, right? I do have some Boeing because that was really low.
Yeah.
Like last month, so I bought a little bit of Boeing, and then it went right back up. So I got some gains on that. I have Wipro. That's another cleaning solutions one, and then I have one that's gonna gain me some money back.
You got a dividend yielding fund?
Ares Capital.
Fuck yeah.
Funny. Ares Capital, and it has one of the highest ones.
What do they do?
It was like 17%. So, and it's climbing right now, so it's going up, which is cool.
Ares Capital. It
Ares
sounds like
Capital.
something I would
It's a financial firm, so probably one of those fucking hedge funds that's just dumping people.
I mean, I invest in those
they're
too.
They're giving me money out of it.
I'm pumping cash into these not mutual fund things. I've got one of those, but dividend yielding stocks.
Yeah.
So that I get paid and it just reinvests, and every month it's just money coming back. It's passive income.
That's cool.
And regardless if it's up or down, you just hold for fucking ever, and they'll pay out 100 years.
Yeah.
And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's a good idea.
That's why I got.
Don't be broke ass bitches.
And it was when I was looking through there to find it. That's just happened to be one that popped up when I was looking through the A's, and I was like, that one's a pretty high yielding one.
Yeah.
I'll just buy some of that. Not knowing it was Ares Capital until I clicked on it. I was oh, that's coincidental.
I've got a little spreadsheet I could show you later. You know, I'm big on those spreadsheets. I got one that actually analyzes, like, you punch in what the value is, the dividends per year, and then fucking how much money you have, and it tells you what you can buy and what your yield will be. I'll fucking show. Cool. I'll send it to you, or I'll show it to you later.
Yeah.
But I do like a top 10 analysts of 10 different stocks, and then it positions. I'm fucking super weird with Excel spreadsheets. I can do all kinds of magic, but like it'll take those after I punch all that stuff in, and it'll rank it. Like this is the one that's going to give you the most at this particular time, based on the current information at hand.
That's cool.
Bunch of fucking nerds.
Fucking nerd. Oh,
fucking nerds. You know who else is a nerd? That's a segue. Bill Gates, bro.
Oh, fuck.
Tell me about what you told me.
Bill Gates, dude.
He wants us all to get our fucking. He wants us all to get nip tucked and
Listen, I need that fucking
pull our sacks
that
back
thing
and-
on the wall behind me where I'm pointing at all the spiderweb shit and my fucking hair's a mess.
I'll just put it up. the Charlie Day thing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So Bill Gates, we found out over the past couple months, Bill Gates has bought up a whole lot of farmland throughout the U.S. He's now the largest farmland owner
Are you
in
fucking
the United
serious?
States. Okay, he bought a lot of land in Eastern Washington.
He's growing
too,
vaccines there,
right? So, what the fuck does Bill Gates want with farmland? Right, to grow food, right? Is that either to send overseas, like he always talks about his philanthropy stuff, right? Or is it for something else? Today, the motherfucker comes out with this thing and says rich countries, wealthy countries should switch to synthetic meats and not consume beef.
Nah, son, I just ate some Wagyu beef last night. First time ever.
Oh, Wagyu and
You can get it
and
down
Kobe
dude, you can get it down the road.
at Gibson's?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fucking going.
It's not like the Japanese shit where they're just pumping them full of alcohol all the time.
Dude,
but,
have you had legit Wagyu and Kobe beef?
no, but I had this last night. The fucking
I'm going to buy you some.
the fucking it's like the fucking
It's like the American Wagyu type, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking still baller. And I was like,
Dude, you could
oh
cut
my
that
God,
shit
imagine,
with a spoon, bro.
I
Oh my
could
God.
only imagine. Like I gave it to Jax last night,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh my God!" And he doesn't. It's hard to get him to eat, but he ate the whole fucking piece that I gave
Yeah,
him,
dude.
And it's like I had it. I was like,
Succulent.
if this is like the
marbling in there,
knockoff version of it, like I
Yeah.
was gonna send you guys a picture. I was like, "Look, Wagyu brows," but then I was
That's
like,
ball
I was,
meat, bro.
I was like, this isn't even gonna look good because it's not like the shit you see on YouTube or
Yeah.
whatever, like where it's like just all over the place. It's still good, but it was, dude. I get some expensive meat sometimes, like some, you know, some
You gotta
good.
be a meat
shit.
connoisseur, you know?
You know, like tri-tip is
fancy
not
meats.
too expensive.
No, not at
but I
all.
get that, and that was like my favorite, even though it's like
Yeah.
economical. But I was like, I had that last night, and I'm never getting anything else. Like,
Dude.
and if I get fucking actual legit, because you like, it's not like I was like, this is the genuine fucking Wagyu. It's
So,
clear it's not.
There's a
but
place
it's
up in
amazing.
Seattle that I go to get my Wagyu.
They have it up there.
Yes. So next time I go up there, which who the fuck knows when I'm going up there?
Yeah.
I'll get you some, and we'll cook it and we'll fucking eat it. Cause I can cook some.
David was talking about doing a fucking abandoned place shit here, right? Like, were we talking about when we were talking about road trip
Yeah.
stuff?
Oh, we can hit it.
Why don't
can
we
hit
just
the shop,
go do
bro.
that one day?
Let's fucking do it. I'm down.
Like within the next 4 weeks, let's fucking go
yeah.
go up there and
Yeah.
mass the fuck up.
I like it. We'll walk up in there and buy some Wagyu, bring it back, cook it up with a little bit of butter and some herbs.
It's weird. Like, I've been on this kick lately. Like, I used to, as I was coming up and becoming an adult and on my own stuff like that. You
switch from
kinda,
chicken nuggets to steaks.
Yeah, dude. You kind of buy like just the shit food. Like we've been talking to David about like paying for the $10 carton of eggs because it makes
absolutely
a world of difference. And it absolutely does, but you don't think
it's like
that.
buying butter. You know, you used to get the country crock fucking margarine, and that's all you knew.
Yeah.
And then come to
Country
find out
cock.
there's some fucking, there's like some legit like churned butter, hand churned fucking goodness out there that you're just like, wow, this is way different. It's not
What if
fucking oil going into my body.
I just thought of country cock, and it's like some dude jerking off into a fucking tub, and he's just like
It's just the same container. It's just got a dude
hand churned butter.
It's like he's riding, he's riding a bull, but he's just grabbing his dong instead.
just squeezing it off into the fucking bucket, just like
It just oh yeah, dude.
I can't believe it's not Nutter.
Yes. Oh, perfect.
Classic podcast.
Man, we're coming out with bangers on this.
Bangers, bro.
I just
He's got
bought
2
some bangers. Have you ever had bangers?
What's a banger?
It's a little sausage. It's a little fucking sausage.
Ah, it makes
Irish
sense.
sausage.
No.
I went to Costco. I was looking around I was like, man, I want to make something different. I haven't tried yet. What the fuck is a banger? So I pick up the package, a bunch of little sausages.
It came with 500
bangers.
of them.
Well, there's like maybe 20 or 30 in there. But yeah,
good?
significant amount. I haven't eaten them yet. They're in my fridge, so I got to cook them.
We should get like a hot plate here one time and just have sizzle the whole
just start
time, dude.
cooking some. Hey, we got these bangers, bro. Just cooking up these bangers. But
What's that sizzling, you might say?
I've heard of people eating like bangers and mash for like, an Irish celebration for.
Is that? I thought it was something else.
No, these little fucking
bangers.
They're like pork sausages with cornmeal or some weird shit in them.
Okay.
So they're just little fat little nubs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
would you eat it if Bill Gates was responsible for that banger?
Well,
his corn.
These bangers would be they wouldn't have any meat at all in them if they were back to fucking Bill Gates.
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
Trailing
Sorry.
off, started talking about dudes jerking off in a bucket to make a country cock.
So Bill Gates says rich countries such as the United States should switch to synthetic beef. All right. Fuck you, first of all, Bill Gates.
Yeah, I'm not. That's why I started talking about because I'm like, I'm not going back after tasting Wagyu.
No.
Like if it was just like some shitty fucking like you cook this steak, it turns gray, and you're just like, I was like, I might eat that vegetable fucking burger.
This motherfucker says, oh, they'll get used to the taste. They'll get used to it. This synthetic beef.
You shouldn't have to get used to it.
No, you should do whatever the fuck you want. Kill a fucking cow and eat that shit. You know what I mean? Cook it medium rare, whatever the fuck you want.
So what's the deal? So we get because of I'll let you continue on that, but it's like he's about population control, which is a super sociopathic type of fucking way of thinking. Like we need to bring the population down. Yeah, I get it. Maybe we should talk about contraception or some shit. Like people shouldn't fucking have babies all the time. Like we're talking about like
we could go off on a whole other tangent on that with abortion and stuff, but that's part of it, But
and it's like so okay, now we're talking about just because cows are like a greenhouse gas producer, right? Mm-hmm. We're talking about like getting rid of them now. Let's fucking just get rid of them because we shouldn't be eating them.
Is it that or is it the consumption that's the problem? I don't know. Is that creating health issues for people? Like, where's the science behind it?
Yeah, if it happens,
there is no science behind it. You know what the fuck this guy's doing? He's trying to transition from that beef-based mentality of the alpha male, switching over to this synthetic-based meat where they're 3D printing shit.
Well, probably because he wants everybody to look like him. Like he's a fucking 60-year-old lesbian.
Exactly.
He looks like a bull dyke.
But besides that, by switching to synthetic stuff, he can put whatever the fuck he wants in it, right?
Puts microchips.
Which leads to, it's part of is a plant-based meat, right? Plant-based products are big right now, and they're only growing. Impossible Burger, all that bullshit from all those.
Dude,
fast
they push
food
it
chains.
so hard they cannot be selling it. There's not
every company has
fucking...
it now. It's at fucking Starbucks now for their breakfast sandwiches. You're like, what? I don't want an Impossible sandwich from.
I mean, it's just like society controls the way the world is. Like you go back to the fucking 100 years ago, like there was like racism was accepted. Like society dictates the norms, and
absolutely,
you're not gonna unless you fucking pump everybody full of fucking because even if you eat soybeans, you're not gonna just start sprouting fucking tits. You know what I mean? Like you got to eat a fucking ton, and that's really the only way to get people fucking in that mindset of like, oh, this is acceptable now.
Yeah,
but. You have a good fucking steak, dude. There is fucking nothing better than that.
Oh yeah.
Like you have a good enough steak, fresh.
I'm not fucking sorry at all. Vegans.
You just fucking freshly chopped off a butt cheek of a fucking one of those
steroided
out cows. You instantly get hard and shoot goo in your pants, dude. You
like
make that country cock, dude. You're making that country cock.
Man. So, plant-based products, right?
Yeah.
Bill Gates owns. What now? Majority of the farmland in the fucking U.S. So if we're switching over this, he's convincing people to switch over to this plant-based product, which he now controls all this fucking farmland. It's just lying in his fucking shiny pockets. You know what I mean? Even though he's philanthropical and gives money to this and this, they're all his fucking foundations. He's still making the money off of it.
It's a weird thing to think though, and I've had this question.
Full fucking circle.
How much money is enough? You know what I mean? Like,
evidently none if you can just create your own.
It gives you power. And also is like, is it that they want more money? Or is that just a byproduct of them manipulating and tricking people into doing shit?
The money is a byproduct of their power. So the more powerful you become, the more rich you become, no matter what. No matter what.
Yeah.
It doesn't work the other way around. You have to make your name before you make money. It's weird.
It's a different level of thinking because like I never want to tell anybody what to do. I don't want anything to do with anybody. I just want like mind your business and leave me out of your business.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying.
Give me a castle in the woods on a mountain and fucking leave.
And everybody's different. There's some people that are fucking truly want to control everything.
Yeah, because they think that they're sociopaths and they think they're doing good I am doing good by doing this.
Yeah, and like
when it's fucking people are dying and shit.
I've thought that before. It's like there are people, and there's some people that are just fucking evil fucks, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think that.
Not all.
I don't think that like these people that do this think they're evil, and I think it's just as simple as they think that the more money they have, the more power they get, the more they can help society. But it's like, it's from your viewpoint. That's not how everybody thinks. Which is why why utopian societies in literature and have been tried in the past never succeed. They always become dystopia because there's so much. Even in these controlled societies, look at what happens to dictators that try to control and stuff. And like obviously that's a different discussion, but it's like. People are so fucking different in their ideology and the way they think that it's impossible to get everybody on the same page unless you fucking make their brains and in the same fucking way of thinking and you lobotomize everybody.
And that's the fucking goal.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, I've been off social media like we were talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm extremely happy. My outlook on life, I'm fucking cheery all the time.
That's how it should be. Fucking get rid of it all.
I've been putting on fucking 90s rock hits, these epic ballads.
Just jamming out.
You know?
Yeah.
Meatloaf, I'm putting that on and singing fucking I Would Do Anything for Love. Like, at the top of my fucking lungs.
But I won't do that.
And I think, everybody's like, what wouldn't he do? No one knows. You got to listen to the whole song, but it's 5 minutes long until you hear what he won't do. He's not going to cheat on his woman. That's what it is.
Man.
I've discovered it. No one even fucking because it's 5 minutes long, and you think it's gonna stop, and it never does. And it goes, and you think it's teetering off. It's like the end is coming. And it's like, dude, and he goes, but I won't do that. And he's like, just continues, and it goes, and then it picks up slowly.
Go listen to that song, guys.
Yeah, I've been rocking out to it.
That's cool.
What else about fucking Bill Gates? Did we even get anywhere with it, or then he's fucking trying to pump people?
He's pumping lining his own pockets, but also trying to control people at the same time. It's like, I can't. There's no analogy for it, dude. He is his own. It's fucking insane to me.
And the other question that I'm going to present now is: he at the top of whatever? Is he the last stop?
Who fucking knows?
Is somebody controlling him?
Yeah, is this part of that Bilderberg Society bullshit?
I mean,
like
probably
some conspiracy theory, all the rich people are in, or it just could be this crazy dude is just wants to.
There's a bunch of fucking billionaires that are behind the scenes that do shit, right?
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
They say there's certain people that do stuff, but is there anybody at the top? Like, is there a fucking master spider or some shit?
Is there an emperor,
It's a giant raccoon jerking off and telling people his commands, wills. The great spider. Is there a great spider controlling the world, dude?
Aliens are here, right? What if it's an alien and they're just doing
it's coming from the inner core, the hollow earth. The hollow earth.
Conspiracy theory tangent now.
We'll go in through Antarctica and get into hollow earth with the dinosaurs. That's where they all went. And then in the center of that is one throne, and the Crimson King from Stephen King's universe is sitting up atop a throne, and he's dictating what happens. People are riding Tyrannosaurus back and sending his decrees.
I like it.
I just don't know. Like, where's the end?
In the other dimension.
Yeah.
To go through portals.
Have you looked at, speaking of dimensions, I've been talking about aliens a lot, and I looked back at some of the episode titles. There's alien, like My Dad the Alien, like fucking a bunch of other alien titles. I've been talking about it lately. Obviously, it's a thing, but have you looked at any of the Black Vault files from the CIA? And
yes.
It's gobbledygook, dude.
Oh,
like,
man.
there's somebody reported shit, and it's like there's so many of them. The last I checked, it was like people were just trying to label what each file was called. And it was like fucking 4 weeks before they had labels on.
All the reports are going to be in there, like sighting of this, sighting and UFO, unidentified flying object. It could be a fucking balloon. Who the fuck knows? It's just unidentified. when it turns into weird shit is when they have it on video, and that's the ones that go viral and all, or the ones you never see. You know,
people will like specifically in the Southwest. There's a lot of bombing ranges.
Yeah.
And they're really next to highways. Like there's a lot of places that you don't know there's like a gate you can turn off and you could go in there and there's nobody watching it and it's just a bombing range, It's like
yeah, you can see it on Google Maps too.
Yeah, like Area 51, it's got just basically a fence, but there's a lot of security like sound detection and shit like that, so it's impossible to get anywhere near the places in there. But like down there,
seismographs and shit
in New Mexico and places like where there's a bunch of desert, there's a lot of bombing ranges that are right next to highways. You could walk over there. There's no fence or anything. There's like single entry points and shit, but you just fucking pop that shit, and go in. But I'm not telling anybody to do that. Just fucking
don't do it.
But what people will report is that there's they'll see flares from airplanes that are putting out this illumination for night vision or whatever.
Yeah.
But they'll see...
That happens over in Nisqually all the time, too.
Yeah, so like the military has the artillery that puts out flares. It's for the ground troops to be able to see better when there's no illume from the stars or the fucking moon, right?
Yeah.
And those hover because they're like, however they're designed, I won't get into it, but they're just hanging there. So like you'll see all of a sudden like boop, 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 and those get reported up as UFOs because to anybody that doesn't understand that, they think it is. So I think there's a lot of there's a lot of reports that are in there that are just like, well, that's fucking simple.
There's some training shit going on. Oh, they said there's training going on.
3 lights showed up and it was fucking there and there was God. It's because they burned out, you dumb fuck. So...
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of those over in Nisqually, and at first when I saw, I'm like, "Oh, what the fuck is that?"
It's shocking, dude.
And then I watch it, I'm like, "Oh, that's a fucking flare. All right, cool." And that's always when I'm like going to work in the middle of the night.
It just shows up, and you're like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. Well, what the fuck?
And then there's some other shit that. How do we get on aliens? Is it my brain doing something?
Because Bill Gates reports to the aliens.
Oh, the other dimension with Hollow Earth and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want something, man. I knew
this thing is in the middle of the fucking earth, and he's got everybody worshiping it, man.
Like I said it before, I was like, I think it's just gonna be all this gobbledygook redacted bullshit that's in there, and there's gonna be some shit in there that you could figure out if you piece some of it together. But it's like they're like the CIA is gonna release all this shit, But
they've been releasing shit for a while.
Yeah, they've been releasing it, but it's like. There's still secrecy. Like it doesn't matter how much you do a Freedom of Information Act. They don't have to give anything.
Redact.
The fucking law is one thing. Oh, the law says this, and they're going to declassify stuff. But guess what happened with the JFK files? It's blacked out. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we released all of it. Here you go. It's like this is the report we wrote.
You can't see this.
This is the report we wrote just because this is what we wrote, but it doesn't mean the rest of the shit that's out there.
Yeah.
So like the space program, the UFO shit, that's like super secret. You think they're just gonna say like, "Oh man, fuck, they put a Freedom of Information Act in. God damn it, the whole thing's wrecked. Let us tell them about 0 point energy." Fuck, you know what I mean? Like, so. Unfortunately, we're probably
show them the thing.
We're probably not going to hear anything if it even exists,
Well, especially now. Unfortunately.
Yeah, rolling back prices, dude. It's like Walmart up in this bitch. It's a fucking executive order of fucking Walmart, dude.
When the executive order went into to shut down the pipeline,
what's that shit you
off,
posted about insulin? The prices went up.
Yeah, dude. Prices of insulin jumped up like tenfold.
You know what else is probably jumping up? But I don't know. I didn't look it up. But if insulin is going up, the fucking epinephrine pens for fucking people with bee allergies.
So I don't mean to sound like I'm jumping on the Trump dick, but dude, he signed these executive orders, which should have been done through, legislation, which dropped all these medical prices, and these medical producers were putting out how much it costs to make it because of that executive order. And Biden was like, fuck that, throw that one out. I'm gonna write my own that says nope, so they don't have to do this shit again. So it's just disappointing. And signing the executive order to shut down the pipeline that costs thousands of jobs. Our gas prices here fucking jumped up $3 a gallon now. Over $3 a gallon.
Still in the South.
Dude, what the fuck?
In the South, it's dirt price. Dirt price. Those people are poor.
It's dirt price for now.
Yeah.
Because, who knows how long until they shut down more of those pipelines. I mean, I'm sorry,
True.
Texas, but you see your fucking wind turbines don't work. They were produced with oil, and they had to have helicopters up spraying some fucking oil-based shit on them, using oil for their gas in order to get those things working again to make your electricity. Should have kept those
I don't have enough
pipelines.
information about this, but there was a scientist doing science things, and he was able to produce fossil fuel, quote-unquote fossil fuel, which is a term created by Rockefeller to make it seem like it's more rare, right?
Yep.
But it was able to take organic matter, which is essentially what it is like crawfish and shit that is like boiled pressure, and it creates crude oil.
If they can create lab diamonds, they can create whatever the fuck they want.
They've already figured it out, but it's such small scale. It's not production based. It's like he was able to do it in a matter of, it takes millions of years to create crude oil, right? He did it in like a certain amount of hours.
Millions of years. Yeah. We have no fucking idea.
No concept of that.
How can we measure that time? Yeah.
But he was able to do that. You think about all the conspiracy theories and whatnot, and things that are out there that like you never thought. Operation Acoustic Kitty, the cats with fucking. It's like all this shit that nobody knows exists, and CIA is just like, hey, let's try this. It's like, how much is fucking bullshit? Like, it's like we have a limited supply of crude oil. It's like, well, is that the case? Is it all bullshit? Fossil fuel that was created by a human being.
Shale now, just all kinds of just earth products.
I just wonder how much is actually fucking true. I just want to live in blissful ignorance.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're in a cabin in the woods, you kind of can.
It blows my fucking mind when people are so up on being environmentally conscious. Like, oh, I can't have this campfire. I can't do this. I can't drive a car that produces this emissions because this volcano over here is going to create 30,000 times the amount I will in my lifetime, or all of us will in our lifetime. And it just went off, and they're going off every day around the fucking world, around the Ring of Fire, like. We should be dead. According to everybody, we should be fucking dead right now if that was the case, because humans are creating all this pollution.
How many years have they been saying? 12 years?
Since like the 60s.
Yeah, okay. So we've been dead for a while. We're probably in limbo.
Yeah, we have to be. No wonder it's so fucked.
So my dad fucked my mom and created a ghost baby, is what you're saying. Whoa. I'm like Ghost Dad.
Or just in a different dimension.
Yeah. It's like that movie Ghost Dad, except less rapey and Bill Cosby fucking.
So it's like Sixth Sense mixed with Ghost Dad. So
Ghost Baby.
You think that you're like living your normal life, but but you're really a ghost.
I'm in.
You can do the weird
Dogecoin.
Shit.
I'm in a program.
You're a Dogecoin miner. That's your job.
Yeah. Much wow.
Just fucking dog face.
I am Dogecoin. Hey.
Oh man, it's got to be a silver lining to it all.
You don't know. We're not. I control the podcast. I control this shit, dude. Well, we could do that. Yeah, we'll do the fucking last part where we watch the court case and just comment.
I like it.
We're trying different things here. Silver linings, dude. Like this, people have different impressions of me. I think from not knowing me personally,
that would be everybody's conception.
Exactly.
Not conception. Everybody's
contraception. Ghost baby. No, like when I was running Aries, like they thought I was the biggest fucking asshole piece of shit ever.
Are you sure they thought that?
Yeah,
or are you just
kind of
thinking that of yourself?
No, I think that of myself. So my contraception of myself is that I thought that. No, but I've had plenty of people that have met me like out there.
Oh, I thought you were a fucking tool.
I thought you were completely different. Like, where was I going?
Silver lining.
Silver lining. So, and I don't know why I started talking about that.
I don't either. You're going somewhere with it.
Oh, okay. So like people perceive. I think some perception of me is that I'm super negative a lot of times because I used to be just
ranting.
A certain period of my life, a lot of bad shit was going on, and I was super
happens
negative.
To the best of us. And the worst.
And
of us.
it's hard to stay positive all the time, and especially because when I would see social media posts where they were like just being fake positive, fake motivation.
That's
it's
99%
like,
of
what the
it.
fuck are we taking advice from you? Like, who the fuck are you? You just copied that shit from fucking Gary Vee.
You don't have a job.
So, yeah, like those fucking millionaire posts, like, what do you think about this? Follow, copy, subscribe, blah, blah, buy my merch. Like, you're selling fucking merchandise. So are we really going to take advice from you?
You're selling.
Yeah.
You're selling seats to listen to you say the same thing you just said on your fucking online post.
You figured out the algorithm. So because I would talk shit about false motivation, I would do like anti-motivation or whatever. It was like people would
demotivation.
Think, yeah, but it was just like a thing I'm doing. Just sell T-shirts, sell my merch, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it was effective. But I was pointed out. I pointed out. Someone pointed out to me. A friend from Arkansas pointed out that. I always see the silver linings and things just because I was being positive in a really shitty situation.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this would be a good episode. Originally, I was going to come back and just get fucking hammered and then do something. But I was like, hey, do you want to do it with me? And we could fucking talk about silver lining type of situations. And so for me, I won't get into everything that I think is awesome out of bad situations. But I was in Arkansas and Arizona for 2 weeks, right? Like, so, well, not at the same time. I'm not a fucking time traveler, but I went to Arizona from Seattle to Arkansas, and I was in both of those places, and obviously, and I was coming home from the trip, and things kept getting delayed because apparently hell cracked open and fucking it started freezing over in Arkansas.
Everywhere.
Snowing everywhere. Like there's snow all over the United States.
Yeah.
In Arkansas, Texas, Florida. It's like they don't know how to prepare for. They don't know how to deal with.
They never had to
with snow because there's no snow plows or anything. It's kind of like Western Washington. There's like 3 snow plows for fucking all of I-5.
Yeah.
And it's like you feel by right now like they would have a few more, but the trees and everything, as you know, they fucking explode when they think about snow.
Yeah.
If they were conscious beings, they would think about snow and go, "Oh fuck!" and then
limbs falling off.
Yeah.
Ah.
You know, like that fucking like you think evergreens are super tall, they're super strong. No, they're fucking weak little bitches. And like the, you know, before I left on that trip, there was a little bit of wind and they fucking fell on my house. So like, but so they're not. It's not like. Like even here, it's not built for snow. It was the last snowstorm before this shit.
Last year. It wasn't a very big one.
But it's not that big. Like
yeah, the last big one was probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, so like they have snow trucks, snow plows, but they don't. It's not like it's like an emergency all the time. It's kind of like how Arkansas.
They don't go out and pre-dump some de-icer and some fucking salt on the roads because they're like, oh fuck, it's not gonna get that cold.
And here, they can't do like they do in New York, where I'm originally from, where they put salt and all kinds of shit all over.
Chemicals.
Yeah, it's chemicals, salt, fucking just as soon as the first flake goes, they just fucking trucks going up and down the road doing that. And it dumps feet of snow. So it's kind of like they have to do that. Yep. Otherwise, people are going to be fucked, you know?
Buried, yeah.
And I remember when I got my license, I'm driving my 1976 Buick Skylark through a fucking 3 feet of snow, just with snow tires.
Plowing that bitch.
Yeah. That bitch was tough, dude. And, but in the South, it's not designed for that. Like they don't have a fucking infrastructure for combating snowstorms.
Yeah.
So while I was there, the day I was getting ready to leave on my fucking aeroplane, it fucking started snowing and it was super cold. Like, and so I got stuck there. Actually, it was on the way out. There was like, this was the precursor to that. There was a lot of icing, so we couldn't fly because we were flying on an individual plane, not a commercial plane, and we couldn't get out there. So I had to take a commercial jet out, and then like on my way back, so much snow, so much weather. I got delayed one day and then stuck in Dallas the next day.
Yeah.
And this is where the plot fucking thickens. So every flight gets canceled out of there. Every flight gets canceled because they can't even fucking do anything because there's an inch of fucking...
They probably don't even have a lot of de-icer at the airport.
They did, but it's like there were so many planes trying to get de-iced that only a couple got out. And then we were sitting on our plane and getting ready to go out, and there was just a massive line. We were sitting at the gate on the plane for 3 hours. which, by the way, they're telling us to socially distance and sit down and shit. It's like the whole plane is packed. Like we're sitting next to each other. Like what the fuck are you talking about? And the other thing that fucking doesn't make sense about this, and I know I'm trailing off, but it's related, is this new guidance about this mask shit. And I was bitching about it, you guys, because I'm like, I'm wearing the neck gaiter, which covers my shit up completely.
Stopping the droplets.
Yeah, and who knows if it does? It's all fucking science fiction at this point, I think. So they go, you can't wear that, and that stewardess is like fucking yelling at me when I showed up, like I had my dick out or something. She's like, "What are you doing?
Put that away!"
And I was like, "Why are you yelling?" Like, I was like, "Why are you yelling?" She's like, "You can't wear a handkerchief or something like that. You can't wear a bandana." I was like, "It's not." And she goes, "Well, the new guidance says you have to wear this mask right here, and I'll give you one." And I was like, "Okay, why are you freaking out? Just tell me that, and I'll fucking go." Like I'm not doing anything wrong. Like I didn't know.
You're
I
not
didn't
a goddamn
fucking know.
terrorist.
Yeah. Because still, you can go to stores and whatever and just wear the fucking neck gaiter and you're fine.
I do it at work.
Yeah, because I don't believe in the fucking thing. It's like if I get sick, big fucking deal. I'll get immunity from it, and I don't care. Like if I get sick, I know enough people that
you're not going to visit people in nursing homes and all that shit. So you're not trying to cause.
I'm
death.
looking at them through the window. If you've heard my OLP story,
I have.
Fucking offshoot.
I look in those windows every time I drive that stretch, and I see people in them now, which is interesting.
There's a few, but they also might be fucking robots. That's gonna go in the story next too.
All right,
but you'll find out, and I don't. Spoiler alert. They all have alien DNA, and they work for the mother fucking bug.
I like it.
But that's not what I'm here to talk about. So she gives me this fucking mask, one of those medical masks. Mm-hmm. And I put it on, and it's just like, it's so fucking loose. I'm like, this is better? Like, I can breathe way better. And so, like, I was, like, happy to do it. I was like, man,
fucking whatever.
I should have been doing this a long time now, because sometimes, like, that mask, like, fucking, it's hard to breathe,
face,
you know? Yeah. But it covers up everything. So, like, the whole thing is so illogical. All of it. It's just so illogical. Like, okay, this is better, but if I sneeze or cough, it's going everywhere. Next to the fucking person that's touching my shoulder right now.
Yep.
And so, dude, we're sitting on this fucking airplane for fucking 3 hours waiting for us to go. And they're like they constantly tell us, like, we're waiting on de-icing or whatever. And we get to that 3 hour mark or whatever, and they're like, the pilots run out of time because they only have a certain amount of time to fly.
It's like truck drivers.
Yeah. I think it's 12 hours from what I know, but it's like you need a 12-hour rest window for your next flight time for pilots.
Yeah.
So they tell us this, and we're like, we're trying to get new pilots, whatever, and these pilots can't fly. We've passed our fucking window because it's not that long of a flight. It's like 4 hours, so they would have been good, I guess, but they wouldn't be if they started at that point. So they're trying to get new pilots, but they're like, they figured out eventually. They're like, we're gonna offload the plane, like. It's not going to work. We check the fucking counter and see what it is. And then everybody starts to stand up. And they're like, everybody needs to sit down. We need to socially distance. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? We've been on this plane for 3 hours. 3 hours sitting next to each other. Everybody's coughing and sneezing and shit like that. And you're telling us to socially distance? That's non-existent. You're full of shit.
Yeah.
And you make people wear these masks that you can totally breathe through. And it's fucking get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. We need you to comply.
Yeah. So I know this doesn't sound like a silver lining. The silver lining of that part is I got off the fucking plane and I went, I got out of there because I've flown so much. I don't even know. It's probably thousands at this point over my lifetime that I am kind of numb I'm kind of numb to fucking flying at this point.
Yeah.
And I used to just fucking hate it. Every time I go, I'd be like, oh god damn it! But now it's just like I just go through the motions, put on a movie or whatever, and I sleep. So I get out of the plane, and then everybody's at the customer service thing. And me being the genius I am, I go, I'm just gonna call and fucking reschedule because what are they gonna do different? So I did that, rescheduled my plane over the phone. It took fucking 10 minutes, and found out I was flying out the next day. And so because the snow is so intense, and I mean that in the fucking loosest way possible because it's not that intense, The only thing available is not Uber, nothing. There's just one taxi driver, and I managed to get it because they just shut. There was nobody on the streets.
It's like a dude from another state. He's like, fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a taxi. What up, bro? I take Dogecoin. So he manages to drive me 5 miles, which, by the way, taxis are outrageously priced.
Fuck yeah, they are.
Outrageously. Like a Uber ride would have been like $15, and that was fucking almost $50 to fucking go 5 miles.
It's insane.
And he's like, you know, the hotel has a shuttle, right? Like, you know what this fare is gonna be? Like, he's a cab driver, but he's being like, hey, dude, like, I don't want to. I don't like. Normally we rip people off but he goes, you look kind of put together, and like, do you have Uber or something? And I go, all of it's closed, dude. I'm cool. Like, I'll just fucking run my card. We'll be good. I'll get paid. I'll get it paid back.
Yeah.
You know. And so, like, aside from this, the fucking hotel, I call him and be like, hey, I'm looking for availability. She's like, no availability. And I called around, and all these hotels are booked out because everybody is fucking
stuck.
Everybody's stuck. There's thousands of fucking people all like booking hotels and like, they're all calling and shit. The line was like all the way down the terminal, all the fucking way down the terminal. And so I call this place. Eventually, I call this place and say like, hey, do you have any availability? And she's like, nope, we don't. And I go, okay. So I went on the web on Expedia. I looked it up and I was like, it says there's 4 right here. So I called it back. Same chick. I was like, hey, I'm looking on Expedia. I just talked to you on the phone. It says there's 4 available rooms.
Yeah.
So she goes, oh, that must be a mistake. And she goes, where are you looking at on Expedia? And I go, on Expedia. Like fucking on Expedia. What hotel do you work at? And so she goes, oh, that must be a mistake, whatever. So I go to the Marriott website. I fucking punched it in, book a room, and I eventually walked to the place. I was like, hi, I just talked to you on the phone. Now I have a confirmation number. She's like, oh. I was like, cool. Can I have my keys, please? So anyway, this long story is going to fucking summarize somehow. But stay there for the night. Think I'm not going to get out, whatever, because the shuttle wasn't running from there, which, by the way, was the only hotel that didn't have a shuttle running. This place was fucking, like, this Marriott sucked cock. It was like, they were the laziest piece of shit ever.
Oh, obviously from the phone call.
And I'm trying not to be a dick. I'm trying to just be, because I don't go out and go like, hey, what the fuck, you fucking said it was fucking booked, you asshole. But I'm trying to just go, like on the way there, I was like, I'm going to say something to him because like this is no way to be a customer service rep, whatever. But I didn't. I just fucking bit my tongue and go, hey, what's up?
I need to talk to Mr. Marriott.
I want to talk to your manager. And then that motherfucker would have been like, I am the manager, you know. Get Mr. Marriott here. He's like got the monocle. So yeah, it's just a shit show. Like there was no food. They didn't even give me my bag. I didn't have anything. So this is all like being a really shitty situation. Like I don't have any food. I haven't eaten all day because I've been waiting for this plane.
Yeah.
Got kicked off it. I ate like a fucking power bar or something in the morning. Had a shit ton of caffeine per usual.
Some synthetic beef.
Yeah. I got a 3D printer to shoot synthetic beef into my asshole.
Suppository.
Yeah. That's the next step with that shit. Is like just put meat pills in your asshole.
No more eating synthetic beef. Now we're gonna put it in your butthole.
It's not environmentally safe to constantly shit as people. Like what? The fuck are you talking about? That's the next thing. It's like, well, we can't shit, so you have to eat your own turds. We give you this special pill that enables you to get nutrition out of your asshole, eating shit. So anyway, the next day comes. Eventually, I get like some fucking Pop-Tarts or some shit out of the concession stand, which she almost didn't want to sell me because that would involve her doing work. So I wake up the next day and the elevator's not even working.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Fuck
dude.
that place, dude. It's all run down. She's like, I hope this place burns down.
It looked as if they just took this fucking janky ass abandoned mental institution and put a bunch of fucking wallpaper over everything.
What if it was?
Dude, it felt like it. There was some weird couch in there. Like the thing I don't like about hotels also, if I could talk about it, is they try to be so fucking creative sometimes. Like especially, it's like these dumpy ass hotels will be like a 2 or 3 star hotel, and then they just put wallpaper and put all fucking weird sculptures and shit. Like, oh, we're 5-star. Look how fancy it is.
We're gonna buy this artwork from these weird fucking people and just put it on the walls.
It's just like, just fucking give me a nice bed with some fucking nice linen and a fucking TV so I can watch South Park for 24 hours a day. I don't know if you watch Comedy Central, but they only play South Park. That's all they play, which is, this is dope because I like it. So the elevator doesn't work, and I go downstairs, and I already don't trust these people at all. But I'm not making a fuss about it. I'm self-sufficient and I'm self-reliant. Like I walked in fucking 0-degree weather to the fucking gas station in a flannel t-shirt and fucking pants, or whatever. Flannel t-shirt, flannel shirt. Flannel t-shirt would be weird.
Cut off.
Yeah.
Flannel t-shirt.
So and I don't trust her. I'm not taking a big deal because whatever. And I go, hey, what kind of is the shuttle running? She's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, okay. I was like, are there any taxis running right now? She goes, no. And I'm like, did you call or are you just saying that? She's like, no, we've had guests try to get taxis and they're not running or whatever. I was like, okay, so I have an issue. I've got to be on a plane here in 4 hours. How am I supposed to get there? Like, do you have any idea? Because I already like called the taxi place. They were all busy and shit. So like they were probably bringing out the people because everybody's got kicked off the planes.
Yep.
And I already had a backup plan as far as everything. I was like, if I have to get out of here because I got to get back and take care of shit because, you know, I have a lot of changes coming up. I got to figure out. So I have to be back and get into my routine and then fucking, you know, just get back all together. So my backup plan was I'm going to run to the fucking airport. I'm going to fucking go there.
How many miles?
5 miles.
Nice.
In fucking, I didn't know this till later, but after I got to the airport, it was 6 degrees at the airport. So it was much cooler because I started running at 7:30 or something like that. But I was like, it's one of those things I was put in a place where it's like, I could have just said, fuck it, I'm just going to get another hotel room, wait till tomorrow, wait till fucking, but it's like, how long does that go? This place is not built for that. So in my low quarter Vans, you know, like fucking blue jeans and a flannel shirt, I had my backpack and luckily not my bag because I would have just said fuck it all together. Yeah. Dragging it through the snow like, you ever go?
Fucking break. You're just dragging it. Fuck.
Like it's 50 pounds over my shoulder or some shit. I would have been able to do it, but it would have been a fucking monster. So I already had this backup plan. Like this is my last fucking ditch. This is my bottom line. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to just get a room and say fuck it and whatever. So after all this, she's saying, hey, no, there's nothing available, blah, blah. I was like, so you're telling me that I got to run 5 miles, me knowing full well that I'm already going to do it. Like, and I was like, you're telling me I'm going to run?
I'm going to tell this bitch.
And she goes, oh, no. And I'm like, I was like, you're going to make me run to the airport. She's like, I'm sorry, sir. Like I put it on her or something. I was like, whatever. I just got to do what I got to do. Because I don't fucking believe that. They don't give a fuck. They're just saying
Lady,
no.
get your minivan.
Yeah.
Meet me out front.
Lupita, get your fucking minivan. It's not that bad. Like the roads were not that bad. They just didn't want to fucking do shit. Because you look at the staff and everything's open in the store. It's like, how did these fucking people get here? They weren't here last night. The fucking breakfast bar is open. You're telling me you can't drive on a road? So whatever. So I just looked at it like, here's where the silver lining comes in. I was like, I'm fucked at this point if I want to get home. So I was like, you know what? I've walked way further than this in cold ass weather. Yeah. And I didn't know it was fucking less than 6 degrees. I didn't know it was fucking 0 degrees.
You didn't have to tell yourself that either.
So I just fucking got...
It's a little chilly.
I got my backpack on and just fucking headed out. Got my receipt. This is the other thing that pissed me off. I said... before I said this, I
didn't order that Cinemax.
I didn't order those movies. So I look at the... I'm talking to her. I was like, hey, I got 2 things. I need to check out, and then I need to check on fucking ground transportation. So she gives me the whole thing, and we go through that whole thing I just talked about in length. And she, at the end of it, she goes, okay, so you're all checked out. I go, you didn't ask for my hotel room number. How am I checked out? She goes, what room are you? And I was like,
oh, fuck.
You didn't even check. I was like, I calmly said, I was like, so I'm pretty glad I just asked for my receipt because you didn't even check me out. She's like, oh, well, we do it automatically. And I'm like, no, you don't. Like, I was like, I really wasn't giving
an attitude. What kind of establishment are you running here?
My brain was already like, you're fucked. So I wasn't like really, I was at a last, like, my brain was not in the mood of just like fucking going, fuck you. So she asked for my fucking, my room number, checked me out. And then I was like, what is wrong with this fucking hotel? Is this Hotel California? Like, it feels like they're trying to keep me here so they can consume my organs later or something. So I fucking head out, and I just, like, ran through this fucking inch of snow, and I fucking, or 4 inches at places, in my fucking low quarter Vans, which means something because I got,
Did it go up to your knees?
Yeah, it was 4 feet in length, actually. Nice callback, dude. So I just head out, and I like a thing I would do back when I was in the military, if we were doing like long distance shit or like land nav, I would look at a certain distance and just go, I'm going to run to that and then take an easy break. And then the next thing I'll just go fucking run if it's a timed event or whatever. So I did that while I was running, and I was making excellent time, surprisingly enough. I was just fucking crushing it.
Got a mission, dude. And
I looked at it like, this is cold as fuck. So if I don't keep moving fast, I'm going to freeze.
Your dick will fall off. Yeah.
Which comes into play next. That's the next thing I'm going to tell you. As I'm walking and running, my thighs are feeling like, oh, I didn't consider fucking frostbite. I didn't consider that at all.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm a man. I'm going to fucking do this. I've done this before. But it's fucking cold out. So I feel my legs like starting to become numb. And I didn't think about my Johnson at all. And I fucking go like, I wonder what that's like. And I go and fucking like,
why is it inside me right now?
Give it a quick pinch, and it was like non-existent. It wasn't there. No, but it was like, oh, this thing's numb too. So like at one point, and it was like tingling.
Fuck, I gotta rub one out.
Dude, yeah. At one point, I literally, out of self-preservation, I was like, what if I get fucking frostbite on my dick and they gotta cut this shit off? How would that fucking help me in the long run? I had to, as I'm running through, and there's traffic too, and I'm running by these fucking cars. I got my hand in my fucking pants, and I'm holding my dick as I'm running, dude. And I'm just like, it's tingling. Like, it's getting there. It's getting to frost nip, right? Frost dick. And I'm like, dude.
You got frosted tips, man.
Frost tip. I was like, I could lose my dick in this whole fucking thing because I'm so much of a man. I'm gonna run and not just admit that I probably should stay at the hotel. Anyway, long story short, I get to the fucking get to the fucking airport in time, and I didn't time it, but I got there before, like, with the help of a nice Latino man that picked me up, which has nothing to do with anything. He's just a person. He's a fucking nice gentleman.
Did you get his name?
I said, thanks, Henry, and I said, build a wall. You know what I mean? You know, if there's like, you know, if that man wasn't here, I wouldn't have gotten a ride because everybody's like, oh, COVID.
Did he speak English?
He did.
That would suck if he did.
Yeah. He worked at the airport, and he just saw me. He's like, dude, you can't be running in this weather. And oddly enough, everybody thinks that Washington's super cold. Because I was talking to him, I was like,
oh, it must be cold up there, huh?
Well, because they think of the north, but we're west of the Cascades, so it's like, it was like 50 degrees or something yesterday. I was walking around in a fucking t-shirt.
Yeah.
In a flannel t-shirt.
I had sunglasses on.
Yeah. So it never gets cold here. Like, I'm surprised it even snowed, you know?
I mean, it gets pretty
cold, but you know what I mean? It's like not like the rest of the, like if you go to the east side of the
it's not
fucking
not
cold.
the Dakotas cold.
Yeah. It's not Montana. So I made it there, and then I had to run, like, I was in this lengthy fucking line of just people because, again, they
Security
rebooked
line?
Yeah. And I got through it 10 minutes after my board time, and I was fucking like, fuck, and I just started booking running, like, hauling my ass.
Yeah.
And then I got to the gate in a panic, sort of, and I handed my thing, and she's like, can I get on this plane right there? She's like, oh, yeah, it's not leaving. I was like, you're good. You're checked in and all that stuff. And we sat there for the rest of the day and eventually got out at 6 p.m.
Fuck.
But the biggest thing is you could take, if we're talking about silver linings, you could take any event and be like, fuck, this is fucking horrible. But I look at all of it. When it all boils down, there's a silver lining to anything. And what that silver lining is, two things. It's twofold. Because people like to say that twofold. I got a workout. I got a good workout, and I haven't been able to work out in the past few months as much as I'd like. And also, I have a story for the podcast that lasted fucking an hour. So
you got to rub one out on the way.
Yeah, and I got to hold my dick, which is something I strive for every day.
I didn't skip a beat. Nice. It's a good story. Good story.
Yeah, I guess. So, and the whole silver lining thing is like, you know, I don't look at it like I don't really think I look for the positive stuff, but I think out of like, you know, I've had a lot of stress in my life. So lately, and I didn't notice this, like lately, I have been looking at it that way because there's a lot of shitty situations where you could just submit to the chaos and whatever situation it is, but there's always something good out of it. Like even that thing, while I was running, I was like, this is gonna be a good fucking podcast story.
Yeah.
You know, even it might not be, but it was like,
well,
I was laughing along the way because I'm like, there was one point where I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
You know,
Like,
that almost makes I'm gonna use the example like when I was on the mountain on Mount Adams and I got stuck in that storm when I was going up to meet the climb team.
Shout out to Tastep Climb.
On the way up, I'm like, starting out, I'm taking these pictures for the, footage and stuff. It's going to be a good climb. Solo. All of a sudden, the weather fucking rolls in. Mountains create their own weather. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm equipped for it. I'm experienced enough to know what I'm doing. I'm experienced enough to survive. But it turned out to be like 10-foot visibility. Going up a fucking mountain. I'm like, all right, so I could fucking die. But this will make a good fucking story.
Dude, that's crazy. Like because I've thought that before.
Yeah.
I was like, what if I made the biggest mistake? It's these little fucking errors that people make that lead to it. Like you could have turned back or whatever.
I could have turned back right when I saw
you
those
kept
clouds.
pushing.
But
because you're determined.
And
so that could have been the worst thing ever.
What's crazy is in my mind at that point, there was no panic either. So once I was in the storm, I was like, all right, well, here's my plan of attack. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm calm about it. I'm going to head up this direction, go this way, and I should be in the right area. So I'm fucking going for hours and hours just fucking climbing this mountain. I get to a point where like, okay, I know that my body's going to shut down by all this fucking weather.
You're still calm. You're just like, I might die at this point.
I need to get behind some kind of barrier. So I find a rock outcrop, and I'm like, okay, I know I got to be on the south side of this mountain because that's where the rock outcroppings are. So I get behind this rock, and I'm like, oh, wow, that made a huge difference. There's no wind. I feel kind of warm right now. I eat a little bit of food, get some water in me, pull out more layers, put them on, warming myself up, rub one out real quick, you know what I mean? Keep the dick warm. And then start heading off again. I'm like, I got to make it. I got to get up there or else I don't want to die right here.
Yeah.
I'd rather die up next to the tent, wherever they are.
So the people are telling stories about you, not fucking,
yeah.
Not like this bitch died at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah. So I keep
He just curled up and died.
I end up passing.
It's not a good story.
I end up passing lunch counter, and I get to the other edge of the mountain. I'm like, holy shit, I overshot. So I know where I am now. I got to go up the mountain in this direction a little bit, probably 200 yards, and I should make it to the right area because I know where they're camping. Still, it's 10-foot visibility, but I get up there, I'm like, fuck, I'm going too much of an incline. Now I'm going up the rest of the mountain towards the summit.
Yeah.
I got to turn around and go straight down. I fucking turn around, and it's still calm. Like, I've been up here for hours at this point, and they're probably like, oh, shit, I hope he stayed at the car or he's dead. Fuck it. I'm coming down, and I fucking run right into the tent. And I'm like, that is the coolest shit ever. I'm proud of myself. I get into the tent, and at that point is when I started shivering. I don't know if it's because I then realized, like, holy shit, I made it and I'm cold now.
Yeah.
I stripped down all my clothes in front of the dudes. I'm like, stop looking at my dick. Fucking threw on warm clothes, got my sleeping bag, and I'm like,
is this what you wanted? I'd change right in front of them.
But when I like opened the tent window or the tent door thing, they're just like, holy fuck, you made it in this? I'm like, yeah. And I was fucking amped. But it made a cool fucking story.
Yeah.
It was probably a dumb thing to do, but god damn it, I made it through that perseverance.
And like, yeah, super dangerous, right? Like, you probably should have turned around.
Absolutely.
But like what's the silver lining in that is that you have a story now, and like you personally, I think that should be something to feel good about, and it tested your strength and brawn.
Absolutely.
And your fucking
and
fortitude,
my ability when I'm out there in the wild.
And that honestly, that builds confidence. So if it could suck, like you thought you were gonna be in trouble at one point, but it's like it built confidence in a way.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I handled that stupidly. I fucking handled it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I got through it. And I had the ability to do it, and I know it now. I know that I can do that kind of thing. You know and that's not gonna give me a false sense of confidence either. I know. Since I was through it, I know what to do better for the next time.
Yeah, better prepared too. At least it's not that you would go do that same shit again, but you might be better prepared for the next
time I climbed a mountain, I had extra stuff that I knew I needed at that point in time. I was like, well, I'm gonna fucking bring that next time. So I did.
What's like your go-to survival thing? Like, say you might encounter a snowstorm like that. Use that example. What is something that you would like? Maybe a survivable type of thing. What would you bring again if you could go back? Hindsight 2020.
So something I did not have on that mountain that I bring each time now, I'm actually going to get a better pair. Good snow gloves.
Yeah.
Your fucking hands are your tools. If you don't have use to your hands, if your fucking hands are cold, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. You can't open your fucking backpack. You can't pull the top off your water bottle. You can't do anything if your hands aren't fucking working.
Yeah.
You're screwed. So good insulated fucking outdoor research, big mittens, fucking something to keep your hands warm. That's most important. Good socks. So
do you have
good socks,
like a reflective space blanket thing?
I don't.
No,
I do have a
thing?
survival kit, but I don't always bring that because the area where
I feel like you'd still freeze. I don't know.
Yeah, that reflective. I mean, you're wearing some fucking tinfoil.
To give you mental comfort so that you don't, you know.
And it's highly reflective, so maybe somebody will see some shining light. Not through that storm. Fuck no.
Yeah.
But yeah,
hard
some
to keep on
gloves for sure. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, why didn't you have a GPS?" I'm like, through my entire life climbing mountains and going out in the wild and trying to get myself lost, I've never been lost. Clearly, I'm right here.
Yeah.
I found my way out of every situation, and I've never used a GPS. It's easy for me personally to be able to read terrain and find my way back because I know the terrain. Terrain association is a big thing for me. If you're going to be out in the wild, you have to have some kind of concept of terrain association.
Yeah.
If you can't do that and you're just staring at a little screen just telling you where to go, you're going to fucking not survive.
Yeah. I've had that before when we were doing some long distance navigation shit, and we were like, fuck this, we gotta bail out, it's too fucking hard. And we were like, GPS, nearest road right there, and it was more heinous than us going the 5 miles. We were like, oh, this road will go to that, and we'll walk the road to this section, and just because it was like so dark and there was snow, we didn't know if we were gonna fall through or whatever. But I mean, we wouldn't have, but it's like what we had to cross the 5 miles was flat ground and a trail and rock and shit like that. But what we did go over, just because we were like, fuck this, we'll go a mile, you know, looking at a GPS, not relying on our own intuition and, you know, knowledge of fucking survival and like land navigation, stuff like that. We fucking took the easy road out.
6 rivers in 1 mile.
Yeah. We took the easy road out using our GPS. We're just going to go walk this, and it got us into so much fucking trouble.
Yeah.
Just walking a straight line to where we looked on the map, put in the coordinates, and went, fuck it, we're going right there. Fuck this. We're going to walk on the road over there. And it got us into real fucking trouble. Like there was one point, there was myself and 2 other dudes. We were sitting there next to this fucking river because we were smoked. Like, we were fucking smoked. And I've never been that smoked on a fucking mile, like any mile or even any long distance thing ever. But we were fucking gassed. And we all, with our headlamps on, all of a sudden you see one go off, bloop, 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 and we're just falling. We've all fell asleep.
Yeah.
And because we were so exhausted, but it was like, that was one of the scariest things. Like, we were just like, we might not make it this fucking last quarter mile. Like, we don't know what this, because, you know, Washington, some of the terrain is like fucking, we can't see cliffs. You can only look at a map and see the draw lines and whatever, and the GPS. Like, that's
topographic is shit on those things.
Yeah. So having sticking to your base knowledge and like the fundamentals of navigation are huge. Like, you can, even if you don't have a fucking GPS, you can get wherever you go. But yeah, silver linings, dude.
Fuck yeah,
you're a better person for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, silver linings. Silver lining of the alien.
Silver alien linings.
Dude, let's finish this off with this video, dude.
Fuck yeah.
So, is this a popular thing, or was it just one comedian that was talking about he did the recreation?
It was just that one. I think this video went viral that you're about to watch, and one comedian was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna reenact this just because it's funny." Yeah. So then it's going even bigger, which is awesome.
So let me turn this up, and we're just gonna watch this and react to it, and then we'll put a video up.
I haven't seen this. I've only seen the reaction to it.
So we're
Hello.
just gonna talk about it as we go.
My name is Lisa Ann Whitmer Wagman. I just moved here because I'm getting a divorce, and it's not final till September 18th. My husband will not give me any money, not 1 penny. The lawyer won't help me. My husband won't help me. My dad, Marlon Lee Whitmer,
how old is her
minister,
dad?
Won't help me. My stepmother won't help me. My mother passed away 7 years ago, and my dad and Annie Hockhausen.
Who the fuck is that?
They wrote at Vera French that they both are my parents. Annie is my stepmom. I'm not quite sure why I'm here or what I'm doing, but there's a reason.
There is?
Yeah.
My lawyer is Justin Title. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
That sounds like a spoof, like just entitled.
Justin
I'm moving
Title.
down to Texas
He
soon
got his law degree at
to
University
help
of Phoenix Online.
the children in Texas.
Dude, look at this guy in the
I'm
background.
a very
He's like,
loving
fuck.
parent. Very, very, very loving parent. I have a 20-year-old daughter. She's going to college at St. Ambrose this fall. She's in Muscatine College right now. Her name's Brianna Elizabeth.
Bless
and
her heart.
she
Hot.
Yeah. 20 years old? Oh.
is not
she
helping
look
me
like, though?
because
She
she's
looks like
20.
you. I'm not
she's
interested.
scared. She doesn't want her parents to separate or divorce.
I feel bad for laughing at this woman's pain.
We're
Yeah, it's-
discussing the rezoning for the Portillos. Do you have any comments on
So
that?
we're discussing
what?
rezone.
We're
For what?
discussing the rezoning on 53rd for,
Well, I live on 63rd.
again, we're here
It's
to
important.
hear comments
She's got
about
valid.
the
I live 10 blocks
rezoning.
down.
Well, I don't like Facebook, and I don't like the internet
dude, he's
because
like,
I
fuck.
can't find a job. The
like,
library
"God damn it."
blocked my password. Now tell me, does that make any sense
It
to
doesn't.
you?
Nope. Not at all.
Damn that library.
We're not here to discuss your personal life. I'm sorry. Do you have any comments about the rezoning?
No, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. Next.
Then
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart.
I
That's like she's on the edge of a mental breakdown, dude.
She's yeah, I was saying when we were talking about it originally, it's like she's gotten past panic
Yeah.
and she came there and she's already mentally broke.
Yeah.
Like she's in such a bad way. It's like you want to it's like maybe this is bullshit because like some people just do that, but she's old as shit. So why is she around making viral videos?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's like
she's not like that.
She's past that.
That Chad and JT par.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chad goes deep, and they go into like the San Diego one, and they're just, we want to open parties up,
Yeah.
talk about ragers and stuff. Went to this rager in high school. Yeah, it's not like those guys making viral videos. This is fucking.
Yeah.
This is a mental breakdown that we're laughing at, but it's kind of funny. I mean, she's saying some awkward shit.
Yeah, that like there's a lot. You ever watch those videos?
I've seen a few of them, but not.
There's a lot of good
There's
ones
one
out
that I
there.
sent you. It's not as like random and funny. It's more like it's about a dude's killing an animal and surviving, living
yeah.
off the land, and getting in trouble for it. These are misdemeanors.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm just living as a man should. And it's just really
Is that
inspiring.
the one you were playing where he's like, no one should tell a man when to speak and when not to speak?
Yeah. Nobody should tell a living man when to speak.
Sir, we're here to talk about the new Chuck E. Cheese coming into town.
But yeah, it's always old people. Well, most of the time it's
Yeah.
older people. But they're just gone, man. Something upstairs just
crazy.
clicks, and they're just like, I'm gonna go to this town hall and express myself when I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Maybe she doesn't have dementia or some shit. It kind of seems like it's early onset dementia, diabetes. But it's like just reaching out for help. It's like I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna fucking go to this scheduled town council meeting and be like, hey, like.
They're gonna rezone something.
Yeah.
What did he
well,
say?
I live on
We're
63rd.
gonna rezone the Portellas. What's a Portella?
I don't even know what a Portella is. Fucking oddly enough. Maybe
guess I
that's
should
the
look
key
that
to the
up.
whole understanding what happened.
Portella.
Portella. Look that shit up.
Did it say what state that's in? Was that in Texas?
I don't know.
Portella.
You could look at what college her daughter goes to.
Can't be that one. Portella steel doors.
Maybe it is for this town hall.
Portella steel doors and windows. It's like that's a business.
Oh well. All right,
Portella
man.
de Genestra Massacre. Oh, shit. 11 people were killed and 27 wounded. What?
Damn. Maybe it was after that fucking event.
Yeah, I don't know what a fucking Portela is. I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Any of you Texans know what a Portela is, you let us know.
Yeehaw! All right, man.
Or you're making your fucking...
What are you going to say?
I forgot what it's called now, but the butter. Just...
Oh, country cock.
You're making your country cock.
I need to go make some country cock right now.
Oh, man.
We'll put it on my
Some
pancakes.
Wagyu. Put on some Wagyu.
So what I'm saying is don't trust the butter in my house. Anyway.
All right.
Yeah, fucking dope. We got a lot of shit accomplished. The world is different now. We made it better. There's butterflies on the goddamn TV now.
Behind me?
Yeah.
Right
Watch
now?
out. Ah! It's right there.
Ah!
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Man. Speaking of fucking country cock, thanks for coming on the episode.
Anytime. Bye-bye.
Yeah, see you growl.